Good afternoon and welcome to the webinar. Today we're going to be taking a deeper dive into Anytime 500 Enhanced Inventory, which has a lot of new functionality for companies that need to track serialized components that are used in serialized finished goods. So without further ado, let's dig in and take a look at this exciting new product for Sage 500 ERP. So this is, in essence, why we developed Enhanced Inventory. We have serialized motherboards over here on the left that we purchase from a supplier, and we use those serialized motherboards to make serialized finished goods, tablets, laptops, you name it. And this is just one scenario. There's a lot of different industries. We're working with a company right now that manufactures guns, and they have serialized components that go into obviously serialized finished goods. The problem with Sage 500 is that if I issue these three unique motherboard serial numbers into production to make 3 laptops or tablets or what have you, I don't know which raw material serial number was used in the various serialized finished goods that I'm producing. It could be this bottom one here, serial number looks like ends in 193, was used in the the middle one, whatever that finished good serial number is. So the way companies have had to use Sage 500, really since its inception, is by creating a work order quantity of 1 to produce one of these items at a time, and then they can get the one-to-one relationship between the component that is serial tracked or lot tracked, I should mention, to the finished good. And that might be practical in some applications. If you're making huge capital equipment, you're typically only making a work order of 1 at a time. But you get into electronics, you get into a lot of different industries, and it just isn't practical. You want to make work orders of 50 or 100 or 1,000 at a time, issue those raw materials in, and be able to have some way to define which of the raw material serial numbers were used in the finished good. So let's go ahead and take a demonstration. A picture's worth 1,000 words, and see what this looks like. Alright, so let's take a look at enhanced inventory and component traceability in a little more detail. So what I've done here is I've set up a routing within Sage 500 to make a catamaran, and many of you on the call today have seen this demo data, so it's nothing new to you. But basically what I'm doing is I'm taking a stock catamaran, issuing it to a new work order. Okay, so that's what I've got here. And then I'm going to put on this super duper rudder. Okay, now the reason that I'm using this for my example is I've made this rudder a serial tracked item, and I've made the catamaran a serial tracked finished good. So we're going to illustrate our point here where we can issue multiple rudders to production, and then we're going to produce multiple catamarans out of Sage 500 and be able to define which rudders we've put on those different catamarans. So we have that component level traceability. So let's go ahead and create a new work order, work order 53. Let's pick that catamaran. And let's go ahead and print these so we can release in production. Let's make 2. And we're going to go ahead and create that work order. Work order 53 has been created. Yep, I'm going to update them as printed. Now let's go ahead and do material issue for this work order. Order 53. And these are the base catamarans that we're issuing to production. And they are not lot or serial tracked, so we don't have to do the distribution on this. Just going to simply save that transaction. Let's go ahead and do another one. This will be for the rudders that are serial tracked. go ahead and issue 2 rudders. Now we're going to go into the distribution. We're going to do serial ranges. We're going to issue from, let's look up what serial numbers are available for those rudders. Let's go ahead and issue from serial 10 to serial 11, now that we have the ranges selected here. So we've got our distribution. Let's go ahead and post that transaction. So we've got our materials into WIP. Now let's go ahead and produce this serial tracked finished good. Alright, so we got our time in. Now we're going to do distribution on this. And we're going to progress out 1 for finished goods serial. Let's say it's serial number 3000-000. Okay. Let's go ahead and pick which of those rudders. Let's say it's this particular serial number rudder that went on that finished good serial tracked catamaran. Now we can go back and add the other serial tracked catamaran and define the other rudder that went on it. And there'll be 1 left. And now we can go ahead and post this labor transaction. And then finally what we're going to do is we're going to look at our finished good component traceability BI view that we've created. So I've got these last 2 here. Sort them by transaction number. So I can see here that my finished good serial, I created finished good catamaran 3000-0001, 3000-0000, and I can see the raw material serials for the rudders that went into that. And that is the missing gap that we've had for years with tracking component serial tracked items into finished good serial tracked items. And this is a solution that I think personally is going to be very useful for a lot of different companies. Okay, so some other features in Anytime 500 Enhanced Inventory. We've added these label tags, if you will, and it's really a crystal report. And so you can print out label tags for lots, inventory items, production, during receipt. You can really kind of use this for all kinds of different things. But if we look at the screen below, we can see that we can save settings on the tags. Where do we want to print them to? With production tags, for example, I can print these tags out for a particular work order or work orders. The type of tag that I'm printing. How many quantities of labels do I want? Because I may want to print 2 or 3 different labels. So we're going to kind of wrap up and summarize here. Anytime 500 Enhanced Inventory was designed so you can track your raw material lot or serial tracked items to the respective finished good lot or serial numbers that you're producing, whether it's out of the Sage 500 ERP Light Manufacturing or Advanced Manufacturing module. We also have that new BIE view that we showed that gives you all that information. So if you have a serial number recall or a lot recall, you know exactly which lot or serial numbers that were produced out of Sage 500 utilized those raw materials. We also have the ability to do, we didn't talk about it in the demo, but the ability to do auto-assigning of lot numbers sequentially for receipt of goods or finished goods or manufacturing transactions. We also can print, obviously, the barcode labels on tags for pallets, receipts, production, and other inventory transactions. This module is available for Sage 500 version 7.04. It was released with the recent September 2012 monthly update. There is more information available online at edbanytime.com, and contact information is here on the screen for Tiffany Kirkland, my associate, who will be able to get you additional information. And that concludes the webinar today. Please feel free to visit the website or contact us if you have any questions or would like to talk about pricing or availability. With that, we're going to let you all go, and we thank you for taking time out for the webinar today. Take care. Bye-bye.